Mm. Ooh. Ah. 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 Ooh. Look, are you ready? I know you just clicked on this video because you want to make some quad gains, or you might have chicken legs. I'm gonna show you guys what I did, like 4 essential movements that you must do. I'm gonna show you some variations, but if you wanna get rid of those chicken legs and grow your quads, look, my quads were really small before, and I'm telling you, you can grow them and fight genetics even if you think you have a genetic curse. All right, what I'm about to show you is something you really want to pay attention to, and I'm gonna give you all the form tips, the cues, everything you need to know about doing them before you actually do them. All right, let's get into it. So before we even get started with our leg day, I want you guys to know how important your pre-workout meal is. I mean, it's critical. Like if you don't eat the right foods before you work out, you're gonna be dizzy, you're gonna feel like you're gonna faint by the end of the first workout or the second one. So yeah, I usually have a bagel if you guys don't know. What I like to keep with me during my workout is something high in sugar, right? You need some carbs. You got a banana, you can eat grapes, type of fruit. You don't want to eat dirty carbs though, right? You want to eat something still nutritious. So I got my banana here. Also, before I usually do legs, I get some electrolytes. I got this Vita Coco. This is not real coconut water. Got a little something in it, right? But I like to have actually real electrolytes. I put it in my drink. I don't do all the BCAAs. I want to make sure I got my potassium, magnesium, my sodium level up, because you're going to sweat on leg day. So take notes. Now, that's that. Next thing is I have this, right? This is my massage gun. This is not an advertisement. I'm literally just trying to get some blood flow in my legs. So in the quad, around the knee, if you guys got knee pain, you really want to be focusing on working on getting blood flow around that knee, all right? Hit your shins a little bit, hit your calves, hit everything pertaining to this lower body, everything. All right, really getting there. It's gonna hurt a little bit. Now, that's that. But before, I don't know if you guys watched my last video, you need to go back and watch it after this. You gotta stretch, because what I'm about to show you, you're gonna need some good range of motion to perform these exercises. So I decided to step my leg game up. I was at a convention, or I can say an expo, and I was working out in the gym and saw Jay Cutler. And he was like, look, you wanna grow your legs, you gotta start doing more front squats. Since then, I take advice. When people give me good advice, I take it and I run with it. So I'm gonna show you a hack. I've been doing back squats for a long time, elevating my heels, but today I wanna show you guys a hack for front squats if you don't have good flexion in your wrists, right? I can't do those no more. I used to cross it, but this has been way better. Take wrist wraps, okay? I put my wrist wraps right here on the bar. I put this inside. All right, boom. That's one. Here's my other one. I take this, I loop it, and that's 2. All right, this is what I want. Second thing, I have these platforms for calf stretching. You elevate your heels. These are quality ones, not the slippery ones, all right? Not the plastic ones. So I can elevate this as much as I want. The deeper stretch I want, the higher I'm gonna put it. So I got it on level 2. And trust me, the higher you go, the harder it is. So let's go one more, all right? And make sure these are at a good level, right? You want it inside this cage right here. In case you drop the weight, you wanna have a safe place in case you got to like emergency drop. So that's that. Last thing is, when you train hard, you need some support. I got me a belt. And trust me, I'm not saying that you really get a belt, but when it comes to protection, you get older, you want to go a little bit harder, you want to protect your back because your spine is always at risk. If you bend over, whatever you do, you can slip a disc real quick. So get you a belt, put it on tight. Let's get to it. That burns. Oh my God, it burns. The front squat is one of the most essential exercises you can do. You wanna load the weight in the front of your body. It plays a huge difference between the front loading and back loading. So you're putting all the force on your quads. When you're setting up for this, all right, you put the wrist wraps there so that you can keep your elbows up. This allows you to rest the weight right where that clavicle area is. There's a little gap here that you can hold that weight so that you can continue to stay comfortable as you do the squat. Now, the foot placement. The foot placement on the elevation is critical, right? You wanna get as much incline as you can. So slide your feet all the way back. You might not feel comfortable, but you wanna slide them back, and then you wanna make sure they're close enough that you can target your quads. Now, as we go down, major cue, keep an upright position. When you lean forward, you target more your glutes. But when you stay upright, you're putting more focus on your quads. So, full range of motion, get down. That's why you gotta stretch your hips. Get down as far as you can, and then come up, not to a standing flex. You wanna keep a little bit of bend on those knees, right? Keep some tension on your quads. So come down, stay upright, and then come back up. And pause at the bottom for a second, but make sure you have some mind-muscle connection throughout each rep so that you can get the gains that you're looking for. Also, I wanna show you guys an alternative because I know a lot of you guys don't wanna put that barbell on the front of your body, right, on your shoulders. You can also use a dumbbell. Same format. Only thing I want you to understand is that has more weight, right? The more stress is better, but this will also do the job. Same foot position, guys. You pick this up. Keep it upright, keep it tall. Same format, just using the dumbbell. All right. So there you go. You got number one, the barbell front squat, and you have a dumbbell front squat. Elevated heels are critical. Make sure you have it, all right? If you don't have it, make sure you go get it offline. Get it from Amazon for like $20, $30. It's not that much, but it's exercise number one. Let's move on to the next one. Number two, the Bulgarian split squat. Now look, I know that's a classic. I know all of you guys know that. It's probably one of the hardest exercises you can do. I'm also gonna go over that and show you guys the correct form, but I wanna show you something different, right? Let's change it up. I know you guys have this too, the hack squat. Now I'm gonna show you how I've been doing it. I mean, this killed my legs. I'm just being serious. This alternative, like I have different exercises I do. I don't always do the same thing, but I'm always gonna include a single leg exercise in my leg days. Guys gotta work unilateral muscles, right? It's not both legs. It's called bilateral all the time. You gotta do unilateral. One leg might be stronger than the other, which can be an imbalance, and we're gonna work on that. Pay attention to this. when it comes to the hack squat, it's very basic because it's a machine, which means you don't have to be unstable. It has great stability. You just have to get the form tips correct so we can do this. So first thing you want to do, right? Get your foot down. Your foot, right? We work on, see, before, I used to be taught don't bring your knees over your toes. That rule only matters for certain things. Right now, we want to get our knees over our toes. You guys are coming here to learn something. So flexion and extension, you got to have both, right? We want good knee flexion. We want good extension. Now, flex means, imagine here, this is where your muscle shortens. This is where the contraction, where you flex. Think about that. If I do a tricep extension, just because it's extended. Same with my legs. This is extended, right? When I do a hamstring curl, this is contraction, right? We want flexion and extension. So this is what we want to pay attention to. Get your knee down on the platform, right? Get your knee down, and you gotta bring that other foot forward so that when you go down, it's almost like the knee that's on the bottom, that's in the back, almost touches the platform. Now, your heel is gonna come off the platform a little bit. You're not gonna have a flat foot. You want it low, you wanna bring your heel up. So when you push up, we're pushing from the toes, right? Knees over toes on this one. So get down as far as you can. When you push up, push off with your quad in mind, right? Push off thinking that you're gonna put all that focus on the front of your leg. Other than that, make sure the weight is decent. You wanna get a good 10 to 12 reps. Even when you get to 10 to 12 reps, it gotta burn, right? Don't give me no half rep BS, bull jive, whatever you wanna call it. We don't curse on this channel. I just wanna make sure you guys get the correct form. Push yourself, come all the way down, pause for a second if you can, and then push up, not flexing your leg fully, right? Get a little contraction, but then go back down, keep that same intensity throughout the whole workout. Once you finish that set, go ahead and add weight on the next one, or you can always drop set and get more volume if you need to, all right? Now, let me show you how to do the Bulgarian split squat as an alternative, or you can use this hack squat method I just showed you as an alternative, but either way, you gotta do one of them. The Bulgarian split squat gotta be by far my least favorite, but favorite, right? Depends on how much pain, what's your pain tolerance? Do you like pain or you don't? Because you're gonna feel it with this. All you guys should know, it's all about foot placement when it comes to the quads, okay? If I'm doing this Bulgarian split squat, you got a dumbbell. I honestly like to use 2 dumbbells. I don't like to do 1, right? I like 2 heavy dumbbells. So I should grab 2 just so you guys can see the right way, right? All right, here we go. I got my 2. Now, guys, look, get on here comfortably, right? I don't know what you guys like, how this back foot is. You can bend it, you can put here. I think I like the bend. I think I like this right here, right? Now, my foot, if I'm working my glutes, right? I'm working my glutes, I want a nice wide stance, right? Nice wide, and I want a forward lean if I'm targeting my glutes. But if we're targeting quads, bring this foot back. Boom, just like I showed you on the last one. Let me switch it over. This has to go straight down. The closer this foot is to you, the better. The more upright you are, you're gonna hit the quads. So, the weights are here. Grab them. Make sure that knee is close and reach. When I say reach, that means just put your knee down as far as you can. Upright. Stand tall. Don't lock your knee though. Switch. Whichever one you do, it's gonna work. Just make sure 10, 12 reps, push yourself, feel the burn, and progress. Progressive overload. Add more weight, do a drop set, like I said last time, and continue to push because you gotta grow those chicken legs. Let's move on to number 3. All right, I told you guys about this. You gotta have something that can get your glycogen levels back up, right? That's why I got my banana. Get a ripe one that got sugar in it. You don't need supplements for everything. You can use natural stuff. Now, look, after those 2 hard exercises, I like to get some iso work in, just to bring my intensity level down a little bit because, trust me, it gets hard. When you do compound exercises, it wears you down quick. So we're gonna go with leg extension. I'm gonna show you how I do it. This is not the regular way to do it. This is just a little bit more volume because quads, right? You see, they rose up, right? My quads grew. I don't wear 7-inch shorts no more. It's either 5, if I'm really feeling myself, I might do 3. 3 is a little bit, you know, taking it far, but 5 is always gonna be 5. You gotta show the quads, right? When you work on them, you wanna show them. The thing is, I used to wear pants, or I know you do it, you wear pants on upper body days because you don't wanna show your legs. And it's even worse, I feel like when you wear pants on leg day. You wanna show off what you work on. So if you feel like you gotta wear pants on upper body day, you gotta work on your legs more. And you should wear the shorts just to motivate yourself, all right? Remember I said that? Let's get to this. Damn. When it comes to the leg extension, I'm looking for a few things. First of all, the seat needs to be back. I used to go like a little bit closer, but when you get that extension, when you lean back, it actually gives you a little bit more quad activation. So push the seat back to where it feels like you're back a little bit, not too far, but you want to extend and you want to feel it come all the way up to the top of your leg, right? Not just that bottom half. Now, next thing you do, you gotta set up the foot part properly, right? You want dorsiflexion as you do your quad, as you do the exercise, dorsiflexion, meaning your toes will be coming up like this, okay? You also want to make sure you start off with a heavy weight. So when I start, I do 2 legs. Now I'm going heavy, and when I bring it up to extension, I'm squeezing my quads, like I'm getting complete contraction. I want to see every muscle in there flex. Now, after I get my 10, 12 reps, I reduce the weight in half. Could be a little bit less. And now I'm getting 10 single leg extensions. Now at this point, we're burning, right? It's burning. We're talking about volume. This is how I built them. A little bit more volume. Same method as I did with both legs. I now do it single leg. One thing I want you guys to also take note of, if you want to build your outer part of your quads a little bit more, all you're going to do is slightly turn and bring your foot position in, right? Either way is fine. You don't have to do that. But I'm just saying, if you want to target a little bit more, you can do that. But this quad drop set, I mean, it's only going to do you good. It's going to grow your quads. You're going to feel the burn immediately. And trust me, it'll be hard to walk after you finish this one. Let's move on to number 4. Number 4 is an honorable mention, right? You can choose, right? You can choose whatever single leg exercise you do. You have to do one of these though. Now, the single leg side lunge, right? It's hard. Now, like I said before, if you guys don't stretch, you're gonna have issues getting good range of motion. All of these exercises that I showed you needs good range of motion. If you don't have it, you're gonna only get 90 degrees. Maybe, right? 90 degrees isn't bad. 90 degrees is an L shape, which is, I highly recommend doing that at least. But if you can get even lower, 45. If you wanna get more depth, it's always better, all right? Let's get started on this. Woo! This is what your front squat form should look like. First of all, you gotta have a dumbbell that's challenging. This is probably the hardest exercise out of all of them. hold that dumbbell nice and high. Keep your elbows up. Now, foot position. You need a wide stance, right? If you want good depth, you gotta get wide legs. Next, right? Here we go. Now we're focusing on the depth, right? Each time you go down to each side, to target your quads a little bit more, you want it a little bit tighter, right? You want your legs to be more quad focused. What I mean by that is don't sit back so much, sit more closer to the front of your leg. Like it's not a lot of space in between your glute and your calf, right? Now, from there, you switch sides. You gotta keep an upright position. It's all about keeping upright. So when you're upright, coming out to the other side, even when you go down, you keep a tall posture, making sure when you push off, you don't hit as much glutes and hamstrings, which is still gonna be targeted, but you'll target your quads a lot more when you stay upright. So I hope this video helped you. I made it so you can have hope, right? You don't gotta have chicken legs. You don't gotta have small legs. They can grow no matter the genetic. Look, I used to have smaller calves than this. My quads were smaller too. I used to wear the shorts past the knees, right? And sometimes I used to wear pants on upper body days. Pants on upper body days shows that you don't have confidence in your legs, right? You should be able to wear shorts anytime. So look, man, if you haven't put on notifications for this channel yet, please do. All right, we're gonna start hitting it harder. I'm gonna start taking more of you guys' comments and recommendations. I'm gonna put them into a video so you guys can get understanding, right? It's all about getting better. If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. Yeah, it's good to maintain if you're at a level that you want, but if you're not progressing, really, you're digressing, right? You know you can't always train with no reason, no goal, right? So guys, make sure you like this video. Leave me a comment. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. You're here with Josh Bailey, AKA Muscle Chef, guys. I'm just here to make sure you guys live healthier and live longer, right? So, hey, come back to the channel, send this video to a friend. See you guys next time.